What's up guys, this is Astranox. In this Etheria Restart video, I'm gonna be doing over 1,050 permanent summons. This is me re-rolling on the side. I already play 3 free-to-play accounts. Some of them more lucky than others. That's just the way it is, you know, it's free-to-play. And my main one, that was like the very first account I made, and the luck turned out decent, but up until now, my account level is now, at the time of this recording, my account level is like 46, and yeah, I mean, SSR, light or dark, have not, any of them blessed my account yet. So yeah, the second one, the third one, these are actually accounts where I got at least one SSR light or dark, and now I'm still re-rolling. Like I said, it's a thing, like a side project, right? This is basically going to decide what my 4th account is going to be, because the big plan is to actually have all 4 accounts being played on 4 different emulators, right, on the same computer. But right now what I'm doing is that I'm playing one game, like the PC version, on my main computer. My second computer, I have my second account, and then on the phone I have my 3rd account. And in terms of luck, my 3rd account is the luckiest one in terms of like SSR, you know, light and dark, because I got Lily and Heinrich, and I actually got something else, right? But it's not the Lily plus Messiah combo that I'm kind of like trying to re-roll for. The odds are extremely low. We actually have more coupon codes, more codes to actually re-roll. So we have an extra 10 pull and another extra 3 pull. So it brings the like grand total. It might be over 100 pulls now when we re-roll. So it's pretty nice. So when there's a new server, that's when I actually start to re-roll more. Usually I do something like 12 re-roll per new server. Like I said, it's a side thing. But as free to play, really starting with the right, you know, combination of units can definitely help a lot. Like if you start, of course, with a Lily, it's gonna, you know, make your life so much easier in Etheria Restart. Now, of course, you don't have to re-roll, right? Like if you want to just go for it, and if your luck turns out that it's, you know, not good, well, you might find yourself, you know, complaining that you don't have a Lily after, you know, 6 months, a year or more, or, you know, like you do have maybe Lily, but you wanted like another one. Let's say you wanted Messiah, right? You wanted Heinrich, you wanted Mio or something like that. So yeah, that's why I reroll. It's something that is not too long for me to do, because I'm doing it on 4 instances at the same time. I'm using the Mumu emulator, and if you're struggling to actually run this game on an emulator, you actually need to just update your emulator. That's the way to make it work, because the latest, you know, emulator updates have fixed the fact that before there was an error message saying that emulator not supported for Etheria Restart, right? For my case, for Mumu, it's like there's a pop-up that says you need to restart your emulator because a fix was applied to make Etheria Restart work. You restart the emulator and voila, it works. Now, yeah, the Lily plus Messiah combo is extremely powerful. You can go and check out, you know, people progressing in the NSync Echo, progressing, you know, in all 3 threshold. They are a duo that is very popular. And if you actually, you know, get that combo, it will make your life so much easier, because you are investing in units that are used all over the game, and also in PvP. Of course, you're gonna get like your Lily or your Messiah banned. That's a given. But if you're doing like, you know, Etheria, or maybe they ban, maybe they are banned with something else, you know. So it's just a very, very powerful combination, but the odds of getting it are so slim because just rerolling for Lily alone can take 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 reroll if you are ultra unlucky, right? So what I prefer to do is, like I said, like I started that first account, very first account, I just pushed it because as I summoned, I started getting like some, you know, some SSRs that I wanted to have. But in the end, now, I mean, it's not the end, but up until now, there's 0 SSR, no Apex SSR on my account. So, you know, it's making things a bit harder because you have a limited amount of resources as free to play. And if you start investing heavily in other things, then yeah, you're gonna have to reset whatever you invested in whenever you get, you know, a Apex SSR like a Lily, let's say. That could be pretty game changing. Now, investing as free to play in the SRs is actually very nice because you can actually skill them up, right? The perfect lattices are, guys, it's insane. It's insane. The perfect lattices are extremely limited. Now, of course, what happened with the Shadow Sania was it was awful. So the thing is, I was sick, you know, for a few days. Like I had a bad case of food poisoning, and I actually wanted to release this video, yeah, I mean, like almost a week ago. It's like, because I've been delaying this video, but then I got sick and it got super delayed because you can see the Freya banner is still going, right? Yeah, so anyways, I'm better now, and I'm you know, showing you guys this video talking about what's going on with my accounts and what you could aim for when you're rerolling. Maybe you don't want to be too strict. You guys know, like, Ditting is just crushing in you know, PvE. Yes, you can use him in PvP, especially in Guild War, because, you know, it's a 3v3 format apparently. I mean, we're not sure yet. It's about to go live, so we're gonna see what's up with that, but it's most likely going to be 3v3 because Summoners War, you know, Epic 7, that's just the way it goes, and it makes a lot of sense for it to be a 3v3 because, I mean, we already have 4v4, right? So why not have 3v3? Because it just changes everything. Synergies, you know, single target damage healers are going to be more powerful compared to cleavers. I mean, not always, but yeah, you had just one less hero to like support, and it does change things pretty drastically. So if you have like a hero, like a unit like Ditting that can just like delete someone straight off the bat, I mean, it goes from 3v3 to 3v2, and maybe you just nuke their damage dealers, and that's it. That could be the game right there. So Ditting is extremely powerful, and yeah, I mean, Ditting, I have him at least on my very first account, and he's been helping me a lot in terms of like progression. But you have to burst. You gotta burst the bosses, right? Like in Terramaton, I mean, not really, because like in Aurora you can use Ditting, and then you can have like 2 healers. You can have like Ling Lao, and I mean, me personally, I use Valerian. You know, she's not like a top tier healer, but Valerian is actually very, very good when it comes down to protecting a team that is squishy, a team that doesn't have like 20, 30, 40, 50,000 HP with high defense. Let's say, like, you're gonna get a lot of value out of a Valerian because she's gonna basically, it's like a death protection. So when you're running like a squishy team and you're trying to not have anyone go down, let's say in Terramaton, then Valerian is going to be top tier there to make sure that you can survive another round, or, you know, so you can use maybe your S3 again or do enough damage to take out Terramaton. But it falls apart when the damage is not quite up there. So like I'm running Ditting plus Chloros when I'm doing something like, you know, a Hell 2, but then when it's come down to Hell 3, I can have like Sustain, try to survive the damage, you know, the massive damage spike coming from the, you know, if you're focusing the body of the Terramaton, then you have to worry about the left arm when you're looking at it, because you know the boss, Teramaton boss, is attacking, the left arm is attacking, and you also have the right arm boosting the boss, so it's making the boss cycle fast, giving the boss defense buff, which you need to strip if you want to do more damage. So all in all, like when the arms are up, it deals, you know, maximum damage. And then even if you take out the left one, the right one is attacking as well when Teramaton attacks. Not in all attacks, but like it makes it so it's big damage increase. It's a lot of damage coming your way. And over time, if you don't have the damage, right, then the boss will just, you know, destroy you. You will just not be able to survive. So the thing that I like about Lily and Messiah is that you can have them with let's say Sania, because you could be dumping your your purple lattices into Sania, just like amazing healer, even if she got nerfed. If she's crowd control, I believe her passive is not working, but you know, in PvE content, you can you're not gonna get crowd control all the time, and you can always build effect resistance to actually not get crowd controlled. So there's ways to you know, go to play around this thing. But Sania is basically healing based on her max HP, so you can pair her with you know, squishy heroes, right? Or even you can pair her with tanky heroes. Shadow Sania just like showing up. Yeah, actually, like she got, you know, the fact that she cannot be brought in Aurora really sucks. The thing is, she's still usable in, because like if Shadow Sania is usable in, like, for me, 50% of the content, like 50% of the end game content that I'm gonna be farming, that's good enough. If I need to like max skill 1, which is 4 perfect lattices, plus I mean, you need to build the, what's his face? Wow, okay, it will come back to me. Anyways, is the follow-up attack guy, the Reason faction 1. He's right there. He's actually right there. I just got him. My goodness. Yeah, anyways, you don't even have to build Obol for Teramaton. And that unit by himself is actually broken. Actually broken. Let me find his name. One moment. He is so good because you got 50% chance to follow attack your allies. So that's just free damage happening. You know, for an SR, that's actually pretty broken. And he puts damage over time. He put dots, right? So it's Fangus. My goodness. Fangus is completely broken. You don't even need to, you know, pair him with you know, Shadow Sania. You don't need to be running like a damage over time team with him. You can be using Fangus in PvP because you can make him slow. You can just build him slow, and you can have very high offense on him. But not only that, you can kind of like build him as a bruiser. You can build survivability on him. You can build offensive power on him, and you keep him slow, and he's going to be doing follow-up attacks. And if your team is cycling fast, if the rest of your team is very fast, he's going to get quite a few attacks in there for free. That's just free damage happening, and it will actually be very nice. So Fangus, yeah, so if you want to build Shadow Sania, Fangus is I mean, sort of like a requirement if you want to put damage over time on the boss that you're fighting ASAP. So in Teramaton, you know, Inferno clears, you can see that the fastest teams outside of like Diding plus Chloros burst with like Veronica giving immortality for your team for a round, and using the Codex of Magic to like use skill 3 back to back. Like Shadow Sania, in terms of like investment, it's quite a bit less because your module quality doesn't have to be on the same level. You basically just need to build survivability, you need to build accuracy, and you need to have, you know, put some more speed, and you're just going to be able to load up damage over time on the boss, whatever boss you're fighting, beside, you know, Aurora, the Union boss, and some other bosses that, you know, have immunity to damage over time. But like, at least like I believe 50% of the content in the game, like end game content, you're gonna be able to utilize damage over time to, you know, make your life easier, compared to like going for like higher quality, quite a bit higher quality modules. So for perfect lattices and investing in Fangus, which is, you know, actually very, very good, you can swap his build from, like, you're doing PvE, you can set him up with like high accuracy, you can set him up with not that much speed. I mean, yes, I would probably go with more speed for PvE. For PvP, you wouldn't need so much speed actually, because you would want to have like high offense, and also you would want to have some survivability on him so he doesn't get, like, you know, deleted instantly. And yeah, I mean, like, having speed on him is going to be good. The follow-up attacks, the yeah, I mean, the damage over time that he's able to stack is like skill 1, skill 3, and the Shadow Sania with the, you know, applying 2 damage over time with the skill 1, another Shadow Sania. It's yeah, it's just like a lot of her that I'm seeing. So yeah, those 4 perfect lattices on skill 1 is going to make her just like kind of like snowball with her damage over time. So yeah, it really sucks that in Aurora they decide to just flip the script, you know, after the global launch. It's quite strange, and I think the rewards are not good enough, because, like, if you think about it, some people actually rerolled for Shadow Sania. Some people, like, yeah, you can reset, right? But still, that's not good enough. Think about it. You actually enhance gear to make that team work. Like, if you're enhancing gear to like plus 12, plus 15, do you know how many Etheria coins that is, right? And when you're resetting a character, you're not resetting modules as well to get all these Etheria coins back. So now if you want to switch your playstyle to like Didding plus, let's say, you know, Chlorals, or you're going to be using like Didding plus Beyontin to like do kind of like use skill 3 of Didding. It's not kind of, it's like you use skill 3 of Didding, and then Beyontin, she can have used her skill 3 before, you know, giving the attack buff and the crit damage buff, and then she's able to kind of lap and go again, because you're using like a shell that gives you like 30, maybe like the one that gives 30% turn meter push, but when you fully enhance it, you awaken it, it gives you 40% turn meter push, right? So she's able to kind of like go again quite fast if you have enough speed on her, or you can just have like a black flag on her, or if you have Lady, you're gonna have speed buff, so maybe you don't want to run black flag, you want to run that shell that is actually, that shell is not even epic, that shell is unique, I believe. It's like purple, right? So you can get a 40% turn meter push. You have speed buff from, let's say, Lily if you have her with the combo. But if not, like, you're basically able to S3 back to back with Didding, because, you know, he uses skill 3 and then he follows up with the skill 1. So together, that is incredible amount of burst damage, right? So Beyontin with the attack buff, the crit damage buff, and allowing him to go twice, because she reduces with 4 skill ups, I believe she's able to reduce the cooldown of the Animus that she targets with skill 2 by 2 turns, which makes his skill 3 available again. And not only that, it makes his shell again able to attack. So that's together, it's like over 1000% damage multiplier happening twice. So in terms of like gear quality, you don't need to have as much gear quality as, let's say, if you're running like a Freya, right? Freya is not going to give you that much damage compared to Beyontin. Now Claws is so good because not only she's putting defense down, she's putting speed down, and she's putting the hacking debuff on the target, which means that you're dealing more damage and they're dealing less damage to you. And she's also able to manipulate turn meter, which, you know, is not as effective, because as you get in higher difficulty in threshold, the bosses, the effectiveness of turn manipulation, which I believe was nerfed before the global launch, is cut by a certain percentage, right? So it makes it so, you know, you cannot control, and it makes it so you can't use stuff like, you know, Merveil. You cannot use like Class S2, you know, it's not going to be as powerful, so you're not going to be able to like easily control the enemy. And as you get more speed, you're able to just, you know, control them so well that they're barely getting any turn, and you're just like lapping them over and over. And there's another thing about like the fact that if you don't farm Doki Doki for speed, and you purely go from like farming Termaton and you try to get into Aurora, as you get in higher difficulties of Termaton, and you're trying to, let's say, as well push in Aurora, you're gonna notice that you're lacking speed. You might have really good survivability, but if you're not getting turns, while the enemy is getting faster and faster as you increase the difficulty, and they're dealing more and more damage, and if you don't have the speed, it will make it so that you're gonna get crushed unless you're running a super tanky team composition. So that's the thing. Anyways, I'd like to hear what you guys think about all that in the comment section. But yeah, I gotta still reroll on the next servers, and let's see if I manage to get my combo. That's it for this one. I'm Astranox. Good luck with all ya do. Peace out for now.